He was a bit of a mission to start with, but eventually he paid dividends. I got a lot of sort of doubters saying about lining a maiden up in a race like the Northern, and I brought Flair down here on the Sunday, and I was trotting him, and we trotted for quite a few miles, and I was thinking, oh, perhaps I started to self-doubt myself, thinking that maybe I should scratch him. Even Monday morning, I still had that self-doubt as to whether I would line him up or scratch him, and I decided that I would keep going. And when he was at the top of the hill, and they were virtually at the bottom of the hill, the rest of the field, I was sort of thinking, oh, you know, and he just grew wings, and he just flew. And he won by 17 lengths.
Taking the shortcut on the inside, Clayton Chipperfield on Golden Flare. They swing into the straight. Smart Hunter is lying third. He's claimed him. Golden Flare's got the lead as they race down. 1 to go. Cool Conductor. He's only staggering. Royal Ways is storming home late with Smart Hunter, but Golden Flare's got the Northern one. He's away by 5-6 lengths from Cool Conductor. Royal Ways has raced into third from Smart Hunter, but a heady ride here. Clayton Chipperfield 2 for the day, and he wins the Mercedes Great Northern Steeplechase in grand style. He races right away. Golden Flare to win the money. Great effort here, Clayton Chipperfield. A beautiful ride.
I actually got the ride by fluke. Ben Foote, who was the son of one of Golden Flare's owners, I actually got the ride through Ben Foote getting off him, which was obviously very fortunate for me. And it's my first ride on him. I think we run 4th in the lead up to the Northern, and Raylene asked if I'd stick with him, and I hadn't had another ride heading into it, so we stayed with him, and yeah, we went on to win the Northern and then backed up to win the McGregor Grant.
You wouldn't have known that he'd had the Northern race, so we went ahead and went into the McGregor Grant. The water jump, and his nose hit the ground, and he was crawling along on his knees, and he actually got hampered by that. Clayton, fortunately, was very good at gymnastics when he was at school, and he sat tight and just gave him the reins, and Flair must have a great self-preservation of not tipping over, because he was almost to the point of where a lot of horses would have just rolled over, but he didn't, and he got up on his legs again, and I said, oh, well, you know, that's it. And he still went on and won. He did the same thing. He was still at the top of the hill, and he caught them up going into the one at the bottom of the hill, and then by the time he got to the last fence, you know, he had an amazing finish. I said to him, put him to sleep for 2.5 rounds and then wake him up. And that was virtually how he raced. He'd go to sleep for 2.5 rounds, and you'd think he'd have no chance.
Golden Flare, he'll have to sprint down the hill as he does, and he's starting to wind. He's 15 off the leaders though. Ahern and Golden Flare switching to the inside. He's still a very big danger, your favourite. Down towards the last, his Blackfoot in front on the outside. His Cool Conductor, Golden Flare, 3 off them. At the last, Hearn's just behind these. They sprint for home. Blackfoot's got a break of 4 now. Golden Flare starting to wind up, and Cool Conductor on the outside. He's going to kick 2. Blackfoot, Golden Flare on the inside's coming 2-1. I think he's going to do it. Cool Conductor on the outside is battling back, but Golden Flare's done the double, the first ever, and Golden Flare won it. Well, that's history. And number 2, Golden Flare and Clayton Chipperfield have done it and won the money.
The history-making double that had never been done before, and now with the hill getting closed down, it'll never get done again. He just picked up so much ground coming down that hill and just caught up to them. Just so simple and so easy, it just made it look simple. And I think that was the winning for him at Ellerslie. You know, he could run down that hill better than most.
He was just amazing at coming down the hill.
You get down in the history books, and you do get known for that, and thankfully he was a good, very, very good horse at Ellerslie, and that hill, he could run down that hill better than anything else that ever come up against him. But it ended up, I think, winning that and creating history got me to America. Oh,
he did very well out of lazy boy chairs. With each Northern, he got a lazy boy chair, so he ended up with 2 of them. I didn't sort of really watch them on the day. I'd sort of, every now and again, I'd sort of peek and see, especially when they were going in between their fences. But I was always very nervous, and I'm sitting there with my head down, and I've got the lead rope in my hand, and I'm sort of, you know, and Brent said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm counting the ants on the ground.
I remember going up to the Whips and Spurs room, I think they called it on Northern Day, McGregor Grant Day, and they were interviewing all us jockeys heading into that race, and one question was asked to me, what are you going to do today? Because if you win today, you make history. And I says, just keep an eye on me, I'll give you something good to look at. And that's when I did the backwards flip, and thankfully I landed it. It became quite known that. I ended up doing it at Riccarton when we won the National, and when I went to America and won the Group 1, there was a row of photographers there waiting for it because they'd heard me do it.
He retired in 2004 and I kept him at home. Whenever the McGregor Grant was on or any of those races, I'd look at the hill and I'd think, Flair, you could do it again, you know, you'd be absolutely amazing.
It brought back a lot of memories when I saw him, and good memories too, and yeah, to be a part of this today and kick him around here again, it was great, it was special. Today is the first time in 17 years, yeah, and it was just like yesterday, straight off the bat there, enjoyed it, and no, it was a lot of fun, and especially jumping that log, he enjoyed it as much as I did, I think. Yeah, it was brilliant.
You forget about a lot of things, and then you sort of don't think about those things until I started writing it down, and then it got quite emotional. And today, it's just amazing to see him go. The antics that he gets up to at home and everything, he is just, he could give some of the horses a, you know, run for his money. Yeah. He's like he's going on 2 years old, you know, he's prancing around and leaping in the air and doing all sorts of things.
He's bright-eyed, his ears are pricked, he's had a great day out here, and I think it's the first time he's been out here in many years as well, so he'll go home and be a different horse tonight.
With Clayton coming up, I would really like to have seen him one more time on his back, which I have. Yeah, amazing.